Find your purpose before you find your wife. And there's a lot before you find your spouse, actually. It's not about wives. Before you find your spouse. In Jeremiah 1, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. And I ordained you to be a prophet to the nations. That means Jeremiah is known to be a prophet before he can take a wife. Hosea is known to be a prophet before he can take a wife. You are known to be a worshiper before you can take a husband. You are known to be a preacher before you can. So now, I agree with the wisdom of as much as depends on you. As much as depends on you. Some people, God reveals their purpose certain times later after their marriage, and that's okay. But as much as depends on you, it will be so beautiful for you to know your purpose before you take a spouse. Because why? Because you can take a spouse that will be opposed to your purpose. You can take a spouse that will fight your purpose. Jeremiah is supposed to be a prophet, and if it takes a woman before he knows he's a prophet, and the woman hates prophets, now he's going to be at war with his wife because he married somebody who hates prophets. If you don't know your purpose and you're called to be a preacher, and before you know you're a preacher, you take a wife, and the wife hates preachers. She swore she'll never marry a preacher. She says they are liars, they are disorganized, they are never home, they are lumpens, they are unnecessary evil. And then you marry one like that. And then you find your purpose later. You're called to be a preacher. She's going to spend the rest of her life fighting you. And then your work is going to be double hard. Because ministry is hard already as it is. The last thing you want is to have somebody fighting you when you're doing it. It's enough. We had hard knocks punching the devil out of our way. Dealing with stuff out of our way. Rebuking and casting out devils. The last thing you want is to have a man or a woman, in other words, a spouse, who fights you or resists you. It becomes double hard. You don't need that. So then, Benny said, find your purpose before you find your spouse. Because you'd want, the Bible says, how can two walk together except they be agreed? You want somebody who can encourage you, somebody who can agree with you, somebody who can support you, somebody who can cheer you on. They may not do that every day. I would want to knock you out of dreamland. Every marriage has its issues. There are days you'll vex them. They will think maybe you're overdoing it, or you whatever.